The other day, I rewatched some videos I made last summer that were in response to a YouTube user called Barack Obama for the win, Donald Trump for the lose, and there were a bunch of other letters in their username too, but I don't remember it off the top of my head because their username was quite long, and I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but basically, these videos stemmed from a video response he made towards me when I made a video ranting on Reddit YouTube channels that were big at the time. I don't even know if YouTube still shoves those channels down people's throats. They certainly don't do that with me anymore, but maybe that's because I just successfully got that off my recommendations list. But anyways, I made this rant, and then this person came across that rant somehow, and they responded to it. And initially I was like, ooh, this will be fun, this will be nice drama. And also they were, making claims that I was botting my likes or botting my subscribers or things like that, erroneous claims that, really bothered me, and I felt the need to refute in video form. And I just look back at these videos now and I'm like, what was the point? Why did I do that? Like, I'm sure my subscribers know that I don't do that. I'm sure most people know that I don't do that. So if one is pulling that claim out of their ass without any proof whatsoever, then why should I care? Why do I feel the need to refute something that most people probably don't even believe in anyway? Like, I just found this so erroneous, and I felt the need to respond to this and, create a whole scuffle about this, over a stupid fucking rant about Reddit channels. And this person decided to join my Discord server a couple of times. I don't really know what was the goal they were trying to accomplish there, but I know me and a group of friends that I don't even associate with anymore found this to be a great opportunity to fuck with the person, call them a bunch of names, say a bunch of slurs to them, of course, things I absolutely detest and denounce now, but back then I thought that would be so hilarious, and it did get a bit of a rise out of him, and, you know, these conversations still exist, and I read through them, and I'm like, how pathetic I was, just trying to get a rise out of someone on the internet who I don't even know, who made one video about me that I could have just easily ignored and brushed off. But no, I chose to pretty much bully the guy and say a bunch of really nasty things to him under the guise of a joke, and, it really wasn't funny at all, because, again, it kind of did get a negative reaction out of them. And pretty much it gave them more fodder for their upcoming video response to me, so I could go in there. But at the time, this was legitimately fun to me. I liked fucking with this person. I liked having this, little scuffle with this person, even if it's just inconsequential internet drama that doesn't affect your life, positive or negative. Really, more so negative, because you're wasting your time fixating on someone who you just know on the internet, fixating on someone who doesn't even like you on the internet, whom you're never going to meet in real life, who is never going to make any kind of impact on your life aside from just, wasting some time in your life because you chose to engage with them for a select period of time. And then they made another video response towards me. It was a response to my response to his response to my Reddit rant. And I then made a response back towards them. It was what I said was the final response I was ever going to make towards them, which is true. I never made another one after that. And it was over an hour long, because his was like 50 minutes long or something like that. And you know how long I spent making that video? It was made all in one day. It took me all of 4 hours to make. 4 fucking hours responding to someone on the internet, responding to a person who doesn't like me, responding to a person who, has been making these fucking preposterous, erroneous claims. And I spent 4 hours fucking focusing on this person, engaging with this person, giving them probably what they wanted anyway. I just can't believe it. I could have fucking done something much better with my time. I remember that was the day I finished my stupid summer classes as well. I got my grade that day for that class, and I found out that I passed. I could have done something, to celebrate, to do something fun, to celebrate the fact that I passed that fucking stupid shit, because I hated that class so much. But no, I chose to make a video response towards some guy on the internet. What I'm getting at here is I gotta let shit roll off my back easier. I get mad too many times at just inconsequential bullshit, things that should not matter to me at all. I always get annoyed very easily, and this is just yet another one of those instances. Because again, yeah, his videos did strike a nerve, and I probably gave them exactly what they wanted when I made these videos. You know, I clearly showed that I was bothered by them. I tried to brush it off as, nah, this person is stupid. I am smarter than this person. Let me pwn them, you know, things like that. But no, I was legitimately bothered. I have no qualms with admitting this now. And the reason I'm making this now is because this person apparently recently deleted their YouTube channel. Now, I don't know the reasoning behind this. I don't know why exactly they did delete their channel. I don't know if it had anything to do with me. I don't have anywhere to contact them either. I know they tried joining my server again a few months back and I banned them, but I don't know if that account still exists because I don't remember the username. But anyways, if it had anything to do with me, whew, way to going, Michael. You successfully drove someone off the internet. Someone who probably enjoyed making videos, and then probably your videos bothered them, and the behavior exhibited towards them had bothered them in general, and it caused them to leave. Because I sicked my friends and fan base on this person at the time. People who probably don't even watch me anymore at this point. But no, I still, you know, send people after this person, and you know, I'm sure I wouldn't like that if I was at the receiving end of that. So, you know, that's just one of the problems of being a YouTuber and having an audience. You know, it kind of gets to your head, and whenever someone dares say something negative about you, one of your initial reactions is, at least to me, and probably a bunch of other people, maybe you don't relate to this at all, which good for you, but one of the initial reactions is, oh, let's send some people after them, let's have some people call them names and such. Again, I need to let things not bother me as much as they once did, because it's really for my own good. You know, I'm a person who gets annoyed very easily. I'm a person who gets angry very easily, and I need to put an end to that. I need to stop letting things that shouldn't matter at all get to me. Because that has always been a huge problem in my life, not just on YouTube, but in real life too. But it's especially a problem on the internet because, you know, here I have, you know, a substantial following. Again, not as big as it once was because I kind of sort of, you know, alienated quite a few people in my life with, you know, my recent shift in various opinions. But anyways, you know, one of my initial reactions is to, you know, bully and demean and sick my audience after a person if they dare say anything negative about me. You know, I remember doing a video a few years back on someone whose Discord server I raided because they said something. A friend brought to my attention that they were worried that their channel was declining in subs, and I was like, "Oh, this is a good target for this is a good person to troll." I'm sure. And then I raided their Discord server a couple of times, and I'm like, what did I gain from that? And on top of that, I made a video about this person too, telling them to toughen up because how dare they not like it when their Discord server is raided? Like, again, what was accomplished from that? What was accomplished from frivolous e-drama that I could have just easily ignored? That has no bearing in my life whatsoever. So, again, I really need to change my actions. I really need to radically change how I react to things, especially here online, because again, one of my first instincts was to bully and demean, even if I didn't consider it bullying at the time. Whenever someone would make a video that's negative towards me, or sometimes a comment that's negative towards me, or, you know, anything in general, if I see someone as a quote-unquote easy target, that was one of my first instincts. And I so regret it now, but you really can't change the past, and that's what what I'm trying to accomplish here is, you know, just making amends. You know, what I'm getting at here is, I'm sorry. If you're watching this, I'm very sorry, but because the way I reacted towards your video on me was just not acceptable at all. Again, there's still things that you've said and done towards me that I do take a little bit of contention with, but you know what? Why should it matter now? This is drama that is nearing a year old at this point, and I am willing to officially put it behind me. I privated the videos I made about this person just yesterday after I rewatched them. Well, more so skimmed through them because I didn't want to waste that much time watching videos on shit that doesn't matter at all. But bottom line is, I look back at these videos now with just absolute shame. At the time, I was so proud of them. Again, I was having so much fun at this time. But that really just speaks volumes to how pathetic I am, doesn't it? You know, when I get excited over just internet drama that shouldn't have any effect on my life whatsoever. I found that to be like one of the funnest times I had at that time, because again, I was in a summer class that I hated so much. But no, I really, again, shouldn't let things like that have any kind of bearing in my life at all anymore. And I'm gonna try to be a better person. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna take quite a few steps, but I do legitimately want to improve the way I am, both on here and in real life, because for the longest time, the way I've conducted myself, the way I've reacted to certain things, just isn't acceptable. And I've um, pushed away certain people in my life from the way I've reacted to certain things. People who I would have loved to still talk to. This has nothing to do with anyone who I've pushed away with political opinions and such. No, it has nothing to do with that. But, it's certain people I've snapped at or gotten annoyed by or said things that I shouldn't have towards them. And, I deeply regret it now, but at the time it was just an impulse. I couldn't help myself. And I need to get rid of those impulses, including here online, where my impulse for the longest time was to, bother a person or troll a person or do anything of the sort. And if this is me supposedly going soft in your eyes, then fine. If you take issue with my personal growth and me reflecting on things that I now deeply regret now and denouncing said actions that I deeply regret now, then chances are you're probably a toxic person who exhibits the exact behavior that I used to exhibit, and I'd rather not have you around anyway. But I shouldn't dwell on that. I shouldn't focus so much on the people who will probably not like this, but that's yet another impulse of mine that I really should get rid of, dwelling on things that I really shouldn't dwell on and focusing on people that I really shouldn't focus on, and my goal here is to put that shit to bed. To finally get rid of those impulses that have pretty much taken a detriment to my mental health, that really don't benefit me in any kind of way aside from just in a negative way. And I really so desperately want to change that. I really just desperately want to get rid of that. And I think the first step to doing that is acknowledging your problems, telling people that these are problems that you have and these are problems that you plan to get rid of, and make amends with those you've wronged and were at the receiving end of said negative impulses. Now, I would completely understand if this person who I've had drama with decides not to accept my apology, and that would be fine. Again, I would completely understand that. I was a huge prick back then, and I went way too far, and I probably would have a bit of reluctance forgiving someone who treated me like that. But if you do decide to accept my apology, thank you. And don't worry, I'll officially fuck off out of your life after this if that's what you want, which I wouldn't blame you in that case if you wanted that. But anyways, here's to hopefully a better me in a better future. And if you're wondering how this will affect my content in the future, it's really not going to change shit. I'm only just now going to direct my anger towards things and people that warrant anger and scrutiny, and I'm not going to pick fights with people online anymore because that's just not productive at all. And if anyone tries to start anything with me, just gonna ignore it, you know? That's really all you can do that's beneficial at all, because why waste your time with someone who is just trying to get a reaction out of you anyway? But yeah, anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye bye.